Book 2, Enoch 2, chapters 37 through 71, the Book of the Similitudes. 37 Enoch 7, Introduction, Book 2. The vision which Enoch saw the second time, the vision of wisdom which Enoch, son of Jared, son of Mahalalel, son of Kenan, son of Enosh, son of Seth, son of Adam, saw. This is the beginning of the words of wisdom, which I commenced to propound, saying to those who dwell on the earth, listen, you first ones, and look, you last ones, the words of the Kadesh one, which I teach before Yahuwah of hosts. It is good to declare these words to those of former times, but one should not withhold the beginning of wisdom to those of latter days. Until now, such wisdom, which I have received as I recited it in accordance with the will of Yahuwah of hosts, had not been bestowed upon me before the face of Yahuwah of hosts. For him, the lot of eternal life had been given to me. 3 things were imparted to me, and I began to recount them to those who dwell upon the earth. 38 Enoch 38, coming judgment of the wicked. The first thing, when the congregation of the righteous shall appear, sinners shall be judged for their sins, and they shall be driven from the face of the earth. And when the righteous one shall appear before the face of the righteous, those elect ones, their deeds are hung upon Yahuwah of hosts. He shall reveal light to the righteous and to the elect who dwell upon the earth. Where will the dwelling of the sinners be? And where will the resting place of those who denied the name of Yahuwah of the spirits? It would have been better for them not to have been born. When the secrets of the righteous are revealed, he shall judge the sinners, and the wicked ones will be driven from the presence of the righteous and the elect, and for that time those who possess the earth will neither be rulers nor princes. They shall not be able to behold the faces of the Kadesh ones, for the light of Yahuwah of hosts has shined upon the face of the Kadesh, the righteous and the elect. At that moment kings and rulers shall perish. They shall be delivered into the hands of the righteous and Kadesh ones. And from thenceforth no one shall be able to induce Yahuwah of hosts to show them mercy, for their life is annihilated. 39 Enoch 39, the home of the righteous. And it shall come to pass in those days that the children of the elect and the Kadesh ones will descend from the high heaven, and their seed will become one of the children with the children of the people. And in those days Enoch received the books of zeal and wrath, as well as the books of haste and whirlwind. The sovereign ruler of the spirit says that mercy shall not be upon them. In those days whirlwinds carried me off from the earth and set me down into the ultimate ends of the heavens. There I saw their dwelling places of the Kadesh ones, and their resting places too. And so there my eyes saw their dwelling places with the Kadesh Melachim, and their resting places with the Kadesh ones. And they interceded and petitioned and prayed on behalf of the children of the people, and righteousness flowed before them like water, and mercy like dew upon the earth. And thus it is in their midst forever and ever. And in those days my eye saw the elect one of the righteousness and of faith, and righteousness shall prevail in his days. And the righteous and elect ones shall be without number before him forever and ever. And I saw a dwelling place underneath the wings of Yahuwah of hosts, and all the righteous and the elect before him shall be as intense as the light of fire. Their mouth shall be full of blessing, and their lips will praise the name of Yahuwah of hosts, and righteousness before him will have no end, and uprightness before him will not cease. There underneath his wings I wanted to dwell, and my soul desired that dwelling place. Already my portion is there, for it has been reserved for me before Yahuwah of hosts. In those days I praised and prayed to the name of Yahuwah of hosts with blessings and praises, and he had strengthened me blesses and praises in accordance with the will of Yahuwah of hosts. And I gazed at the place under his wings, and I blessed and praised, saying, Blessed is he, blessed, and may he be blessed from the beginning and forevermore. There is no such thing as non-existence before him. Even before the world was created, he knows what is forever and what will be from generation to generation. Those who do not slumber but stand before your splendor did bless you. They shall bless, praise, and extol you, saying, Kodesh, 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 Yahuwah of hosts. The spirits fill the earth. And at that place under his wings my eyes saw others who stood before him sleepless, and blessed him, saying, Blessed are you, and blessed is the name of Yahuwah of hosts forever and ever. And my face was changed on account of the fact that I could not withstand the sight. Enoch 40. The four wings of Yahuwah and the four Melachim. And after that I saw 100,000 times 100,000, 10,000,000 times 10,000,000, an innumerable and uncountable multitude were standing before the splendor of Yahuwah of hosts. I saw them standing on the four wings of Yahuwah of hosts, and saw four other faces among those who do not slumber. And I came to know their names, which the Malach who came to me revealed to me, and he also showed me all the hidden things. Then I heard the voices of the four faces while they were saying praises before Yahuwah of splendor. The first voice was blessing the name of Yahuwah of hosts. The second voice I heard blessing the elect one, and the elect ones who are clinging unto Yahuwah of hosts. And the third voice I heard interceding and praying on behalf of those who dwell upon the earth, and supplicating in the name of Yahuwah of hosts. And the fourth voice I heard expelling demons and forbidding them from coming to Yahuwah of hosts in order to accuse those who dwell upon the earth. And after that I asked the Malach of Shalom, who was going with me, and showed me everything that was hidden. Who are these four faces that I have seen, and whose voices have I heard and written down? And he said to me, the first one is the merciful and forbidding Michael. The second one, who is set over all disease and every wound of the children of the people, is Raphael. The third, who is set over all exercise of strength, is Gabriel. And the fourth, who is set over all actions of repentance and to the hope of those who would inherit eternal life, is Phanuel by name. So these are his four Melachim. They are of Yahuwah of hosts, and the four voices which I heard in those days. 41 Enoch 41. Yahuwah of hosts, and the four voices which I heard in those days. And after that I saw all the secrets of heaven, and how a kingdom breaks up, and how the actions of the people are weighed in the balance. And there I saw the dwelling place of the sinners, in the company of the Kadesh ones. And my eyes saw the sinners, those who deny the name of Yahuwah of hosts, being expelled from their and being dragged off, and they could not stand still because the plague which proceeds forth from Yahweh of hosts. Cosmic secrets. And there my eyes saw the secrets of lightning and thunder, and the mysteries of the winds, how they are disturbed in order to blow upon the earth. And the secrets of the clouds and the dew I saw there from where they proceed in that place, and how from there they satiate the dust of the earth. At that place I also saw sealed storerooms from which the winds of the storerooms of hail and winds of the storerooms of mist are distributed. And these clouds hover over the earth from the beginning of the world. And I saw the storerooms of the sun and the moon, from what place they come out to the place they return, in their splendor, in their splendid return. How in their travel one festival is celebrated more than the other. They do not depart from their orbit, neither increase nor decrease, but they keep faith one with another. In accordance with an oath, they set and they rise. From the first is the sun, and it executes its course in accordance with the commandment of Yahweh of hosts. His name shall persist forever and ever. After that is found both the hidden and the visible path of the moon, and the path of its orbit. It completes by day and by night in that place. And the two will gaze directly into the splendor of Yahweh of hosts. They give thanks, they praise, they do not economize on energy, for their essence generates new power. Surely the many changes of the sun have both a blessing and a curse, and the course of the moon's path is light to the righteous on the one hand and darkness to sinners on the other. In the name of Yahweh of hosts, Yahweh of hosts, who created the distinction between light and darkness and separated the spirits of the people and strengthened the spirits of the righteous in the name of his righteousness. Surely neither an Malachim nor Satan or Satan has the power to hinder. For there is a judge to all of them. He will glance, and all of them are before him. He is the judge. 42 Enoch 42, the abode of wisdom and iniquity. Wisdom could not find a place in which she could dwell, but a place was found for her in the heavens. Then wisdom went out to dwell with the children of the people, but she found no dwelling place. Wisdom returned to her place and settled permanently among the Malachim. Then iniquity went out from her rooms and found whom she did not expect, and she dwelt with them like rain in the desert, like dew on a thirsty land. 43 Enoch 43, more secrets of the cosmos. And I saw the lightnings and the stars of heaven, and I saw how he called them, each by name, each by their respective names, and they obeyed him. And I saw the impartial scales of the purpose of balancing their lights at their widest areas, and their nature are as follows. Their revolutions producing lightning, and in number they are as many as the Malachim. They keep their faith, each one according to their names. And I asked the Malach who was going with me, and who had showed me the secret things, what are these things? And he said to me, Yahweh of hosts has shown you the prototype of each of one of them. These are the names of the Kadesh ones who dwell upon the earth and believe in the name of Yahweh of the hosts forever and ever. 44 Enoch 44. And I saw another thing regarding lightning, how some stars arise and become lightning and cannot dwell with the rest. 45 Enoch 45. Lot of unbelievers, new heaven and new earth. This is the second parable concerning those who deny the name of Yahuwah, of the hosts of and the congregation of the Kadesh ones. Neither they ascend into heaven, nor will they reach the ground. Such will be the lot of the sinners, who will deny the name of Yahuwah of hosts, who is in this manner will be preserved for the day of burden and tribulation. And on that day, my elect one shall sit on the seat of splendor and make a selection of their deeds. Their resting place will be without number. Their souls shall be firm within them when they see my elect, those who have appealed to my splendid name. On that day I shall cause my elect on to dwell among them. I shall transfer heaven and make it a blessing of light forever. I shall also transform the earth and make it a blessing, and cause my elect one to dwell in her, and those who have committed sin and crime shall not set foot in her. For in Shalom I have looked with favor upon my righteous ones and given them mercy, and have caused them to dwell before me. But sinners have come before me, so that by judgment I shall destroy them from before the face of the earth. 46 Enoch 46. The Son of Man, to whom belongs righteousness, and with whom righteousness dwells. At that place I saw the one to whom belongs the time before time, and his head was white like wool, and there was with him another individual, whose face was like that of a human being, whose countenance was full of splendor, like that of one among the Kadesh Malachim. And I asked the one from among the Malachim who was with me, and who had revealed to me the secrets regarding the one who was born of human beings, who is this, and from whence is he who is going as the prototype of the before time? And he answered me and said to me, This is the Son of Man, who belongs to righteousness, and with whom righteousness dwells. And he will open all the hidden storerooms, for Yahuwah of hosts has chosen him. And he is destined to be victorious before Yahuwah of hosts in eternal uprightness. This Son of Man, whom you have seen, is the one who would remove the kings and the mighty ones from their comfortable seats, and strong ones from their thrones. He shall loosen the reins of the strong and crush the teeth of the sinners. He shall dispose the kings from their thrones and kingdoms, for they do not extol and magnify him, and neither do they obey him, the source of their kingship. The faces of the strong will be slapped and filled with shame and gloom. Their dwelling places and their beds will be worms, and they shall have no hope to rise from their beds, for they do not extol the name of Yahuwah of hosts. And they have become the judges of the stars of heaven, and they raise their hand to reach Yahuwah the Most High, while walking upon earth and dwelling in her. They manifest all their deeds in oppression, and all their deeds are oppression. Their power depends upon their wealth, and their devotion is to the gods which they have fashioned with their own hands, but they deny the name of Yahuwah of hosts. Yet they like to congregate in his houses, and with the faithful ones who cling to Yahuwah of hosts. Enoch 47, Prayer of the Righteous. In those days the prayers of the righteous ascended to heaven, and the blood of the righteous from the earth before Yahuwah of hosts. There shall be days when the Kadesh ones who dwell in heaven above shall dwell together, and with one voice they shall supplicate and pray, magnifying, praising, and blessing the name of Yahweh of hosts, on behalf of the blood of the righteous ones which has been shed. Their prayers shall not stop from exhaustion before Yahweh of hosts, neither will they relax forever, until judgment is executed for them. In those days I saw him, the antecedent, Alpha Tav, the eternal precedent of time, while he was sitting upon the throne of splendor, and the books of the living ones were opened before him, and all his power in heaven above and the escorts stood before him. The hearts of the Kadesh ones were filled with joy, because the number of the righteous has been offered. The prayers of the righteous ones have been heard, and the blood of the righteous has been admitted before Yahweh of hosts. 48 Enoch 48, the Son of Man, the antecedent of time, his judgment. Furthermore, in that place I saw the fountain of righteousness, which does not become depleted, and is surrounded completely by numerous fountains of wisdom. All the thirsty ones drink of the water and become filled with wisdom. Then their dwelling places become with the Kadesh, righteous and elect ones. And at that hour the Son of Man was given a name in the presence of Yahweh of hosts, the before time, even before the creation of the sun and the moon, before the creation of the stars, he was given a name in the presence of Yahweh of hosts. He will become a staff for the righteous ones, in order that they may lean on him and not fall. He is the light of the Gentiles, and he will become the hope of those who are sick in their hearts. All those who dwell upon the earth shall fall and worship before him. They shall magnify, bless, and sing the name of Yahweh of hosts. For this purpose he became the chosen one. He was concealed in the presence of Yahweh of hosts prior to the creation of the world and for eternity. And he has revealed the wisdom of Yahweh of hosts to the righteous and the Kadesh ones. For he has preserved the portion of the righteous, because they have hated and despised this world of oppression, together with all its ways of life and its habits, in the name of Yahweh of hosts. And because they will be saved by his name, in his name, and it is his good pleasure that they have life. In those days the king of the earth and the mighty landowners shall be humiliated on account of the deeds of their hands. Therefore, on the day of their misery and weariness, they shall not be able to save themselves. I shall deliver them into the hands of my elect ones, and like grass in the fire, and like lead in the water. So they shall burn before the face of the Kadesh ones, and sink before their sight, and no place will be found for them. On the day of their weariness there shall be an obstacle on the earth, and they shall fall on their faces, and they shall not rise up again, nor anyone be found who will make them with his hands and raise them up. For they have denied Yahweh of hosts and his Messiah. Blessed be the name of Yahweh of hosts. 49 Enoch 49. Wisdom and power of the elect one. So wisdom flows like water, and majesty is measureless before him forever and ever. For his might is in all the mysteries of righteousness, and oppression will vanish like a shadow having no foundation. The elect one stands before Yahweh of hosts. His splendor is forever and ever, and his power is unto all generations. In him dwells the spirit of wisdom, and the spirit gives thoughtfulness. and the spirit of knowledge and strength, and the spirit of those who have fallen asleep in righteousness. He shall judge the secret things, and no one will be able to utter vain words in his presence. For he is the elect one before Yahuwah of hosts, according to his good pleasure. Enoch 50, his mercy and his judgment. In those days there will be a change for the Kodesh and the righteous ones, and the light of days shall rest upon them. The splendor and honor shall be given back to the Kodesh ones on the day of weariness. He heaped evil upon the sinners, but the righteous ones shall be victorious in the name of Yahuwah of hosts. He will cause the others to see this, so that they may repent and forsake the deeds of their hands. There shall not be honor unto them in the name of Yahuwah of hosts, but through his name they shall be saved. And Yahuwah of hosts shall have mercy upon them, for his mercy is considerable. He is righteous in his judgment and in the splendor that is before him. Compression cannot survive his judgment, and the unrepentant in his presence shall perish. Yahuwah of hosts has said that from henceforth he will not have mercy on them. 51 Enoch 51, Resurrection of the Dead. In those days Sheol will return all the deposits which he has received, and hell will give back all that which it owes. And he shall choose the righteous and the Kadesh ones from among the risen dead, for the day when they shall be selected and saved has arrived. In those days the elect ones shall sit on my throne, and from the conscience of his mouth shall come out all the secrets of wisdom, for Yahuwah of hosts has given them to him and magnified him. In those days mountains shall dance like rams, and the hills shall leap like kids sustained with milk, and the faces of the mankind, and the faces of the Malachim in heaven shall glow with joy, because on that day the elect one has arisen. And the earth shall rejoice, and the righteous ones shall dwell upon her, and the elect ones shall walk upon her. 52 Enoch 52, the Metal Mountains. After those days, in the same place where I had seen all the secret visions, having been carried off in a wind vehicle and taken to the west, my eyes saw there all the secret things of heaven and the future things. There were a mountain of iron, a mountain of copper, a mountain of silver, a mountain of gold, a mountain of colored metal, and a mountain of lead. And I asked the Malach who was with me, saying, What are these things which I have seen in secret? And he said to me, All these things that you have seen happen by the authority of his Messiah, so that he may give orders and be praised upon the earth. Then the Malach of Shalom answered, saying me, Wait a little, and all secret things which encircle Yahuwah of hosts will be revealed unto you. And for these mountains, which you have seen with your own eyes, the mountain of iron, the mountain of copper, the mountain of silver, the mountain of gold, the mountain of colored metal, and the mountain of lead, all of them, in the presence of the elect one, will become like a honeycomb that melts before fire, like water that gushes down from the top of such mountains, and becomes helpless by his feet. It shall happen in those days that no one shall be saved either by gold nor silver, and no one shall be able to escape. There shall be no iron for war, nor shall anyone wear a breastplate, neither bronze nor tin shall be to any avail or be of any value, and there will be no need of lead whatsoever. All these substances will be removed and destroyed from the surface of the earth when the elect ones shall appear before the face of Yahweh of hosts. 53 Enoch 53, the scene of judgment. My eye saw there a deep valley with a wide mouth, and all those who dwell upon the earth, the sea, and the island shall bring to it gifts, presents, and tributes, yet this deep valley shall not become full. They shall fulfill the criminal deeds of their hands and eat all the produce of crime which the sinners toil for. Sinners shall be destroyed from before the face of Yahweh of hosts. They shall perish eternally, standing before the face of his earth. So I saw all the Malachim of plague cooperating and preparing all the chains of Satan. And I asked the Malach of Shalom, who was going with me, for whom are they preparing these chains? And he answered me, saying, they are preparing these for the kings and the potentates of this earth, in order that they may be destroyed thereby. After this, the righteous and the elect one will reveal the house of the congregation. From that time, they shall not be hindered in the name of Yahweh of hosts. And these mountains shall become flat like earth in the presence of his righteousness, and the hills shall become like a fountain of water, and the righteous ones shall have rest from the oppression of sinners. 54 Enoch 54, the great day of judgment of king, potentates, and the armies of Azazel. Then I looked and turned to another face of the earth, and saw there a valley, deep and burning with fire, and they were bringing kings and potentates, and were throwing them into this deep valley. And my eye saw there their chains while they were making them into iron fetters of immense weight. And I asked the Malach of Shalom, which was going with me, saying, for whom are these imprisonment chains being prepared? And he said unto me, these are being prepared for the armies of Azazel, in order that they may take them and cast them into the abyss of complete condemnation. And as Yahweh of hosts has commanded it, they shall cover their jaws with rocky stones. Then Michael, Raphael, Gabriel, and Penuel themselves shall seize them on the great day of judgment, and cast them into the furnace of fire that is burning that day, so that Yahweh of hosts may take vengeance on them on account of their oppressive deeds which they performed as messengers of Satan, leading astray those who dwell upon the earth. The great judgment of the flood. And in those days the punishment of Yahweh of hosts shall be carried out, and they shall open all the storerooms of water in the heavens above, in addition to the fountains of water which are on the earth. And all the waters shall be united with all other waters. That which is from the heavens above is masculine water, whereas that which underneath the earth is feminine. And they shall obliterate all those that dwell upon the earth, as well as all those that dwell underneath and the ultimate ends of the heaven, underneath the ultimate ends of the heaven. On account of the fact that they did not recognize their oppressive deeds which they carried out on the earth, they shall be destroyed by the flood. 55 Enoch 55. Yahuwah puts a sign in the heavens, and it shall become a symbol of faith between me and them forever. And after that the antecedent of time repented and said, in vain have I destroyed all those who dwell in the earth. And Yahuwah swore by his own great name that from henceforth he would not do as he had done to all who live upon the earth. And he said, I shall put up a sign in the heavens, and I shall make a symbol of faith between me and them forever, as long as heaven is above the earth, which is in accordance with my command. Final judgment of Azazel and the fallen angels. When I would give consent so that they should be seized by the hands of the angels on the day of tribulation and pain, already I have caused my punishment and my wrath to abide upon them. My punishment and my wrath, says Yahweh of hosts. Kings, potentates, dwellers upon the earth, you would have to see my elect one, how he sits on the throne of splendor and judges Azazel and all his company and his army in the name of Yahweh of hosts. 56 Enoch 56. Then I saw there an army of Milikim of punishment marching, holding nets of iron and bronze. And I asked the Moloch of Shalom, who was walking with me, saying to them, to whom are these going, these who are holding the nets? And he said to me, they are going to their elect and beloved ones, in order that they may be cast into the crevices of the abyss of the valley. The valley shall be filled with their elect and beloved ones, and the epoch of their lives, the era of their splendor, and the age of their leading others astray shall come to an end, and shall not henceforth be reckoned. The struggle of Israel with its enemies. In those days, the angels will assemble and thrust themselves to the east at the Parthian and Medes. They shall shake up the kings so that a spirit of unrest shall come upon them and stir them from their thrones, and they will break forth from their beds like lions and hungry hyenas among their own flocks. And they will go up and trample upon the land of my elect ones, and the land of my elect ones will be before them like a threshing floor or a highway. But the city of my righteous ones will become an obstacle to their horses, and they shall begin to fight among themselves, and by their own right hands they shall prevail against themselves. A man shall not recognize his brother, or his son, or his mother, or a son his mother, until there shall be a significant number of curse from among them. Their punishment is indeed not in vain. In those days shall open her mouth, and they shall be swallowed up into it and perish. Thus Sheol shall swallow up the sinners in the presence of the elect ones. 57 Enoch 57. A vision of the whole array of chariots loaded with people advancing upon the air. And it happened afterward that I had another vision of a whole array of chariots loaded with people, and they were advancing upon the air from the east and from the west until midday. And the sound of their chariots was clamorous. And when this commotion took place, the Kadesh ones in heaven took notice of it, and the pillars of the earth were shaken from their foundations. And the sound of the noise could be heard from the extreme end of the sky into the extreme end of the earth in 1 hour. Then all shall fall down and worship Yahweh of hosts. Here ends the second parable. 58 Enoch 58. The eternal light of the righteous and the elect ones. And I began to speak another parable concerning the righteous and the elect. Blessed are you, righteous and elect ones, for splendor is your portion. The righteous ones shall be in light of the sun, and the elect ones in the light of the eternal life, which has no end. In the days of the life of the Kadesh ones cannot be numbered. They shall seek light and find righteousness with Yahweh of hosts. Shalom be to the righteous ones in the shalom of the eternal Yahweh. After this it shall be told to the Kadesh ones in heaven that they should scrutinize the mysteries of righteousness, the gift of faith. For the sun has shined upon the earth, and darkness is over. There shall be a light that has no end, and they shall not have to count days anymore. For already darkness has been destroyed. Light shall be permanent before Yahweh of hosts, and the light of uprightness shall stand firm forever and ever before Yahweh of hosts. 59 Enoch 59, the lightnings and the thunder. In those days, my eyes saw the mysteries of the lightnings, of the lights, and their judgments. They flash lights for a blessing or a curse, according to the will of Yahweh of hosts. And there also saw the secrets of the thunder and the secrets of how when it resounds in the heights of heaven, its voice is heard in the earthly dwellings. He showed me whether the sound of the thunder is for shalom and blessing or for a curse, according to the word of Yahweh of hosts. After that, all the mysteries of the lights and lightnings were shown to me, and they glow with light for blessing and for contentment. 60. Enoch 60. Heavenly quake, the great monsters and mysteries of nature. In the year 500, in the 7th month, on the 14th day of the month in the life of Enoch, in the same parable I saw that the heaven of heavens was quaking and trembling with a mighty tremulous agitation, and the forces of Yahweh, the Most High, and the Malachim, 10,000 times a million, and 10 million times 10 million, were agitated with great agitation. And the antecedent of time was sitting on the throne of his splendor, surrounded by the Malachim and the righteous ones. Then a great trembling and fear seized me in my loins, and kidneys lost control. So I fell upon my face. Then Michael sent another Malach from among the Kadesh ones, and he raised me up. And when he raised me up, my spirit returned, for I had fainted, because I could not withstand the sight of these forces, and because heaven had stirred up and agitated itself. Then Michael said to me, "What have you seen that has so disturbed you? The day of mercy has lasted until today, and he has been merciful and long-suffering towards those that dwell upon the earth. And when this day arrives, and the power, the punishment, and the judgment which Yahweh of hosts has prepared for those who do not worship the righteous judgment, for those who deny the righteous judgment, and for those who take his name in vain, will become a day of covenant for the elect and the inquisition for the sinners. On that day 2 monsters will be parted. One monster, a female of Leviathan, in order to dwell in the abyss of the ocean over the fountains of water. And the other, a male called Behemoth, which holds his chest in an invisible desert, whose name is Dundan, east of the Garden of Eden, wherein the elect and the righteous ones dwell, wherein my grandfather was taken, the 7th from Adam, the first man from Yahweh of hosts created. Then asked the second Malach, in order that he may show me how strong these monsters are, how they were separated on this day and were cast, and one into the abyss of the ocean, and one the other into the dry desert. And he said to me, "You, son of man, according to the degree in which it will be permitted, you will know hidden things." Then the other Malach who was going with me was showing me the hidden things, what is first and last in heaven, above it, beneath the earth, in the depth, in the extreme ends of the heaven, the extent of heaven, the storerooms of the winds, how the winds are divided, how they are weighed, how the winds divide and dissipate, the openings of the winds, each according to the strength of its wind, the power of the light of the moon, and how it is the right amount, the divisions of the stars, each according to its nomenclature, and all the subdivisions, the thunders according to the places where they fall, and the subdivisions of the lightnings according to their flashing of light, and the velocity of the obedience of the whole array of them. So the thunders have their respective moments of rest with patience, and each thunder is marked by its respective sound. Neither the thunder nor the lightning becomes disjoined from the other. Both go together in a single breeze and do not part. For when the lightning flashes light, the thunder utters its sound. Also, at that moment, the wind causes the thunder to come to rest and divides equally the time between each one of them. For the reservoir of their moments of thunderings is like the sand, so each one of them is restrained with a bridle and turned back by the power of the wind and driven in this manner all over the numerous corners of the earth. Now the sea breeze is masculine and strong, and according to the power of its strength it holds back the air, and in this manner is driven and dispersed among the mountains of the world. The frost wind is its own guardian, and the hail wind is a kind messenger. The snow wind has evacuated its reservoir. It does not exist because of its strength. There is in it only a breeze that ascends from the reservoir like smoke, and its name is frost. And the wind and the wind and the mist do not dwell together with them in their reservoirs, but the mist has its own reservoir, for its course is splendid. It is light and darkness both in the rainy season and the dry season, and its reservoir is itself a Moloch. The dwelling place of the dew breeze is in the extreme ends of the heaven, and is linked together with the reservoirs of the rain in both its courses of the rainy season and the dry season. Also the clouds of the dew and the clouds of the mist are associated, feeding each other mutually. When the rain wind becomes activated in its reservoir, the Malachim come and open the reservoir and let it out. And when it is sprayed over the whole earth, it becomes united with the water which is upon the earth. And whensoever it unites with other waters, it unites with the water upon the earth, which is for the use of those who dwell on the earth, for it is nourishment for the earth, sent from Yahweh, the Most High in heaven. So in this manner there is a measuring system for the grain given to the Malachim. And all these things I saw as far as the garden of the righteous ones. And the Malach of Shalom, who was with me, said to me, These two monsters are prepared for the great day of Yahweh, when they shall turn into food, so that the punishment of Yahweh of hosts should come down upon them, in order that the punishment of Yahweh of hosts should not be issued in vain, but slay the children with their mothers and the children with their fathers, when the punishment of Yahweh of hosts comes down upon everyone. After that there shall be judgment according to his mercy and his patience. 61 Enoch 61. The measurement of the Garden of Eden, and the judgment and praise of the elect one. I saw in those days that long ropes were given to those Malachim, hosting up of their own respective portions of the ropes. They soared, going in the direction of the northeast. And I asked the Malach, saying to them, Why have those Malachim hoisted those ropes and gone off? And he said unto me, They have gone in order to make measurements. The Malach who was going with me also said unto me, These Malachim are the ones who shall bring the measuring ropes of the righteous ones, as well as their binding cords, in order that they might lean upon the name of Yahweh of hosts forever and ever. Then the elect ones shall begin to walk with the elect one. These are the measurements which shall be given to faith, and which shall strengthen righteousness. And these measurements shall reveal all the secrets of the depths of the earth, those who have been destroyed in the desert, and those who have been devoured by the wild beasts, and those who have been eaten by fish of the sea, so that they all return to find hope in the day of the elect one. For there is no one who perishes before Yahweh of hosts, and no one who should perish. And those who are in heaven above, and all the powers, received a command. one voice, and one light like fire. And him, the first word, they shall bless, extol, and honor with wisdom. They shall be wise in utterance, in the spirit of life, and Yahuwah of hosts. He placed the elect one on the throne of splendor, and he shall judge all the works of the Kodesh ones in heaven above, weighing in the balance of their deeds. And when he shall lift up his countenance, in order to judge the secret ways of theirs, by the word of the name of Yahuwah of hosts, and their conduct by the method of the righteous judgment of Yahuwah of hosts, then they shall all speak with one voice, blessing, honoring, extolling, sanctifying the name of Yahuwah of hosts. And he will summon all the forces of the heavens, and all the Kadesh ones above, and the forces of Yahuwah, the cherubim, seraphim, Ophanim, all the Malachim of governance, the elect one, and the other forces on the earth and over the water. On that day they shall lift up it in one voice, blessing, honoring, and extolling the spirit of faith, in the spirit of wisdom and patience, in the spirit of mercy, in the spirit of justice and shalom, and in the spirit of generosity. They shall all say in one voice, blessed is he, and may the name of Yahuwah of hosts be blessed forever and evermore. All the vigilant ones in heaven above shall bless him. All the Kadesh ones who are in heaven shall bless him. All the elect ones who dwell in the garden of life shall bless him. Even spirit of light that is capable of blessing, honoring, extolling, and sanctifying your blessed name shall bless him. And all the flesh shall honor and bless your name with an exceedingly limitless power forever and ever. For the mercy of Yahuwah of hosts is great in quantity, and he is long-suffering. All his works and all the dimensions of his creation he has revealed to the righteous and the elect ones in the name of Yahuwah of hosts. 62 Enoch 62. Condemnation of the ruling class and blessedness of the righteous ones. Thus Yahuwah commanded the kings, the governors, the high officials, and the landlords, and said, open your eyes and lift up your eyebrows, if you are able to recognize the elect one. And Yahuwah of hosts has sat down on the throne of his splendor, and the spirit of righteousness has been poured out upon him. The word of his mouth will do the sinners in, and all the oppressors shall be eliminated from before his face. On the day of judgment, all the kings, the governors, the high officials, and the landlords shall see and recognize him, how he sits on the throne of his splendor, and righteousness is judged before him, and that no nonsensical talk shall be uttered in his presence. All the pain shall come upon them as on a woman in travail with birth pangs. When she is giving birth, the child enters the mouth of the womb, and she suffers from childbearing. 1/2 portion of them shall glance at the other half. They shall be terrified and dejected, and pain shall seize them when they see the Son of Man sitting on the throne of his splendor. These kings, governors, and all the landlords shall try to bless, honor, and extol him who rules over everything, him who has been concealed. For the Son of Man was concealed from the beginning of Yahuwah, beginning, and Yahuwah, the Most High One, preserved him in the presence of his power. Then he revealed him to the Kadesh and the elect ones. The congregation of the Kadesh ones shall be planted, and the elect one shall stand before him. On that day, all the kings, the governors, the high officials, and those who rule the earth shall fall before him on their faces, and worship and raise their hopes in the Son of Man. They shall beg and plead for mercy at his feet. But Yahuwah of hosts himself will cause them to be frantic, so that they shall rush and depart from his presence. Their faces shall be filled with shame, and their countenances shall be crowned with darkness. So he will deliver them to the Malachim for punishments, in order that vengeance shall be executed on them, oppressors of his children and his elect ones. oppressors. It shall become quite a scene for my righteous and elect ones. They shall rejoice over the kings, the governors, the high officials, and the landlords, because the wrath of Yahuwah of hosts shall rest upon them, and his sword shall obtain them from them a sacrifice. The righteous and the elect ones shall be saved on that day, and from henceforth they shall never see the faces of the sinners and the oppressors. Yahuwah of hosts will abide over them. They shall eat and rest and rise with the Son of Man forever and ever. The righteous and the elect ones shall rise from the earth and shall cease being of downcast face. They shall wear the garments of splendor. These garments of yours shall become the garments of life from Yahuwah of hosts. Neither shall your garments wear out, nor your splendor come to an end before Yahuwah of hosts. 63 Enoch 63, the hopeless end of the kings, rulers, and landlords. In those days the governors and the kings who possess the land shall plead that he may give them a little breathing spell from the Malachim of his punishment, to whom they have been delivered, so that they shall fall and worship before Yahuwah of hosts and confess their sins before him. They shall bless and magnify Yahuwah of hosts and say, Blessed is Yahuwah of hosts, Yahuwah of kings, Yahuwah of rulers, and the master of the rich, Yahuwah of splendor and Yahuwah of wisdom. Your power exposes every secret thing from generation to generation, and your splendor is forever and ever. Deep are all your mysteries, and numberless, and your righteousness is beyond accounting. Now we have come to know that we shall honor, magnify, and bless Yahuwah of kings, him who rules over all kings. Moreover, they shall say, Would that someone had given us a chance so that we should honor, praise, and have faith before his splendor. This time, however, we are begging for a little rest, but find it not. We pursue it, but procure it not. Light has vanished from before us, and darkness has become our habitation forever and ever. Because we have formerly neither had faith nor honored the name of Yahuwah of hosts and kings, nor honored Yahuwah in all his creation. We had put our hopes upon the scepters of our empires. Now on the day of our hardship and our tribulation, he is not saving us, and we have no chance to become believers. For our sovereign ruler is faithful in all his works, his judgment and his righteousness, and his judgments have no respect of persons. So we will vanish away from before his face on account of our deeds, and all our sins are consumed by righteousness. Furthermore, at that time you shall say, Our souls are satisfied with exploitation money, which could not save us from being cast into the oppressive Sheol. After that, their faces shall be filled with shame before that Son of Man. And from before his face they shall be driven out, and the sword shall abide in their midst before his face. Thus says Yahuwah of hosts, this is the ordinance and the judgment before Yahuwah of hosts, prepared for the governors, kings, high officials, and landlords. 64 Enoch 64, the fallen angels. Then I saw in that place other mysterious faces, and I heard the voice of an angel saying, These are the angels who descended upon the earth and revealed what was hidden to the children of the people, and led the children of the people astray to commit sin. 65 Enoch 65. Enoch's predictions concerning the deluge and himself. The 40-day and night flood of Noah is the deluge. In those days Noah saw the earth, and that she had become deformed, and that her destruction was at hand. And Noah took off from there and went into this extreme ends of the earth, and he cried out to his grandfather Enoch, and said to him these times with a bitter voice, 3 times with a bitter voice, Hear me, hear me, hear me. And I said to him, Tell me what this thing is which is being done upon the earth, for the earth is struggling in this manner and is being shaken. Perhaps I will perish with her in the impact. At that moment there took place a tremendous turbulence on the earth, and a voice from heaven was heard, and I fell upon my face. Then Enoch, my grandfather, came and stood by me, saying to me, Why did you cry out so sorrowfully with bitter tears? And an order has been issued from the court of Yahuwah against those who dwell upon the earth, and their doom has arrived, because they have acquired the knowledge of the secrets of the angels, all the oppressive deeds of the Satans, as well as all their most occult powers, all the powers of those who practice sorcery, all the powers of those who mix many colors, all the powers of those who make molten images, how silver is produced from the dust of the earth, and how bronze is made upon the earth. For lead and tin are produced from the earth like silver. Their source is a fountain inside which stands a Malach, and he is a running Malach. After that, my grandfather Enoch took hold of me by the hand and raised me up and said to me, Go, for I have asked Yahuwah of hosts regarding this turbulence which is taking place on the earth. He continued to say to me, Because their oppression has been carried out on the earth, their judgment will be limitless before me. On account of the abstract things which they have investigated and experienced, the earth shall perish together with those who dwell upon her, and those who taught them these things will have no haven forever, because they have revealed to them the things which are secret to the condemned ones. But as for you, my son, Yahuwah of hosts knows that you are pure and kind-hearted. You detest the secret things. He has preserved your name for the Kadesh ones. He will protect you from those who dwell upon the earth. He has preserved your righteousness, your righteous seed for kingship and great splendor, and from your seed will emerge a fountain of righteousness in Kadesh ones without number forever. 66 Enoch 66, Malachim in charge of the flood. After this he showed me the angels of punishment who are prepared to come and release all the powers of the waters which are underground, to become judgment and destruction unto all who live and dwell upon the earth. But Yahuwah of hosts gave an order to the Malachim who were on duty, and they should not raise the water enclosures, but guard them, for they were the Malachim who were in charge of the waters. Then I left from the presence of Enoch. 67 Enoch 67. Yahuwah's promise to Noah, punishment of the angels and kings. In those days the word of Yahuwah came unto me, and said unto me, Noah, your lot has come up before me, a lot without blame, a lot of true love. And this time the Malachim are working with wood, making an ark, and when it is completed, I shall place my hands upon it and protect it, and the seed of life shall rise from it. And a substitute generation will come, so that the earth will not remain empty without inhabitants. I shall strengthen your seed before me, forever and ever, as well as the seeds of those who dwell with you. I shall not put a trial on the face of the earth, but it shall be blessed and multiply on the earth in the name of Yahuwah. And they shall imprison those angels who revealed oppression in that burning valley, which my grandfather Enoch had formerly shown me in the west among the mountains of gold, silver, iron, bronze, and tin. I also saw that valley in which there took place a great turbulence and the stirring of the waters. Now, when all this took place, there was produced from that bronze and fire a smell of sulfur, which blended with those waters. This valley of the perversive angels shall continue to burn punitively underneath that ground in respect to its troughs. They shall be filled with rivers of water, by which those angels who perverted those who dwell upon the earth shall be punished. Those waters shall become in those days a poisonous drug of the body and a punishment of the spirit of the kings, rulers, and exalted ones, and those who dwell on the earth. Lust shall fill their souls so that their body shall be punished, for they have denied Yahweh of hosts. They shall see their own punishment every day, but cannot believe in his name. In proportion to the great degree of the burning of their bodies will be the transmutilation of their spirits forever and ever and ever. For there is none that can speak a nonsensical word before Yahweh of hosts. So the judgment shall come upon them because they believe in the debauchery of their bodies and deny the spirit of Yahweh. And these waters will undergo change in those days. For on the one hand, when those angels are being punished by these waters, the temperatures of those fountains of water will be altered and become hot. But on the other hand, when the angels get out, those waters of the fountains shall be transformed and become cold. Then I heard Michael the Malach responding and saying, "The verdict by which the angels are being punished is itself a testimony to the kings and the rulers who control the world. For these waters of judgment are poison to the bodies of the angels as well as sensational to their flesh. Hence they will neither see nor believe that these waters become transformed and become a fire that burns forever." 68 Enoch 68. The Malach Michael discusses the judgment of Raphael. After that, he gave me instructions in all the secret things found in the book of my grandfather Enoch, and in the parables which were given to him, and he put them together for me in words of the book which is with me. On that day, Michael addressed himself to Raphael, saying, "The power of the Spirit grabs me and causes me to go up on account of the severity of the judgment concerning the knowledge of the secrets. Who is able to endure the severity of the judgment which has been executed, and before which one melts away?" Michael continued to speak further, saying to Raphael, "Is he whose heart does not become sordid in respect to this matter, and whose reins do not become stirred up for the word of judgment which has been pronounced against them?" Then it happened that when they stood before Yahweh of hosts, Michael said to Raphael this, "They shall not prosper before the eye of Yahweh, for they have quarreled with Yahweh of hosts, as they are made in the image of Yahweh. Therefore all that which has been concealed shall come upon them forever and ever. For neither a Malach nor a man should be assigned his role, so those evil ones alone have received their judgment forever and ever." 69 Enoch 69. Names and misdeeds of the fallen angels. After this judgment, they shall frighten them and make them scream because they have shown this knowledge of secret things to those who dwell on the earth. Now behold, I am naming the names of those angels. These are their names. The first of them is Samiez, the second Aristarchus, the third Armin, the fourth Kakbeel, the fifth Tirel, the sixth Romiel, the seventh Daniel, the eighth Nequil, the ninth Baraquil, the 10th Azazel, the 11th Armaros, the 12th Betrayal, and the 13th Basasel, the 14th Hananel, the 15th Terrell, the 16th Sipwasel, the 17th Yeterel, the 18th Tumiel, the 19th Terrell, the 20th Ramel, and the 21st Azazel. These are the chiefs of their angels, their names, their centurions. centurions, their chiefs over 50s, and their chiefs over 10s. The name of the first is Yekwan. He is the one who misled all the children of the angels, brought them down upon the earth, and perverted them by the daughters of the people. The second was named Asbel. He is the one who gave the children of the Kadesh angels an evil counsel and misled them so that they would defile their bodies by the daughters of the people. The third was named, Gadara. This one is he who showed the children of the people all the blows of death, who misled Eve, who showed the children of the people how to make the instruments of death, such as a shield, a breastplate, and a sword of warfare, and all the other instruments of death to the children of the people. Through their agency, death proceeds against the people who dwell upon the earth from that day forevermore. The fourth is named Penime. This one demonstrated to the children of the people the bitter and the sweet, and revealed to them all secrets of their wisdom. Furthermore, he caused the people to penetrate the secret of writing and use of ink and paper. On account of this matter, there are many who have erred from eternity to eternity until this very day. For human beings are not created for such purposes to take up their beliefs with pen and ink. For indeed, human beings were not created but to be like the Malachim, permanently to maintain pure and righteous lives. Death, which destroys everything, would have not touched them had it not been through their knowledge by which they shall perish. Death is now eating us by the means of this power. The fifth is named Kusadya. It is he who revealed to the children of the people the various flagellations of all evil, the flagellation of the souls and the demons, the smashing of the embryo in the womb so that it may be crushed, the flagellation of the soul, snake bites, sunstrokes, and the son of the serpent, whose name is Tabata. And this is the number of Caspel, chief executor of the oath which he revealed to the Kadesh ones while he was still dwelling in the highest in splendor. His name was Bekwa, and he spoke to Michael to disclose to him his secret name so that he would memorize the secret of name of his, so that he would call it up on an oath in order that they shall tremble before it and the oath. He then revealed these to the children of the people, and all the hidden things and this power of this oath, for it is power and strength itself. The evil one placed this oath in Michael's hands. These are the secrets of this oath, and they are sustained by the oath. The heaven was suspended before the creation of the world and forever. By it, the earth is founded upon water, for the hidden places of the mountains come before beautiful waters in the beginning of creation and forever. By that oath, the sea was created, and he put down a foundation of sand, which cannot be transgressed at the time of its anger, from the beginning of creation and forever. And by that oath, the depths are made firm. They stand still and do not move from their places from the beginning of creation and forever. By the same oath, the sun and the moon complete their course of travel, and do not deviate from the Torah made for them, from the beginning of creation and forever. And by the same oath, the stars complete their courses of travel. If they call their names, he causes them to respond from the beginning of creation and forever. Likewise, the water in their souls, all the winds in their paths of travel from all the directions of the winds, the voice of the thunder and the light of the lightning are kept there. The reservoirs of hail, the reservoirs of frost, the reservoirs of mist, and the reservoirs of rain and dew are kept there. All these believe and give thanks in the presence of Yahweh of hosts. They honor with all their might and please him in all this thanksgiving. They shall thank, magnify, and exalt Yahuwah of hosts forever and ever. This oath has become dominant over them. They are preserved by it, and their paths are preserved by it, so that their courses of travel do not perish. Then there came to them a great joy, and they blessed, magnified, and extolled Yahuwah on account of the fact that the name of the Son of Man was revealed to them. He shall never pass away or perish from before the face of the earth. But those who have led the world astray shall be bound with chains, and their ruinous congregation shall be imprisoned, and their deeds shall vanish from before the face of the earth. Thenceforth nothing that is corruptible shall be found, for the Son of Man has appeared and has seated himself upon the throne of his splendor, and all evil shall disappear from his face. He shall go and tell the Son of Man, and he shall be strong before Yahuwah of hosts. Here ends the third parable of Enoch. 70 Enoch 70. Translation of Enoch and vision of the earliest human ancestors. And it happened after this that the living name was raised up before that Son of Man into Yahuwah from among those who dwell upon the earth. It was lifted up in a wind chariot, and it disappeared from among them. From that day on it was not counted among them. But he placed me between two winds, because between the northeast and the west, where the Melachim took a cord to measure for me a place for the elect and righteous ones. And there I saw the first human ancestors and the righteous ones of old dwelling in that place. 71 Enoch 71. Vision of the fiery house and the antecedent of days. Thus it appeared after this that my spirit passed out of sight and ascended into the heavens. And I saw the son of the Kadesh Melachim walking upon the flame of fire. Their garments were white, and their overcoats, and the light of their faces was like snow. As I saw two rivers of fire, the light of which fire was shining like hyacinth. Then I fell upon my face before Yahuwah of hosts, and Michael the Malach, one of the chief Melachim, seizing me by the right hand and lifting me up, led me out into the secrets of mercy, and he showed me all the secrets of righteousness. He also showed me all the secrets of the extreme ends of the earth, and all the reservoirs of the stars and the luminaries. From there they came out to shine before the faces of the Kadesh ones. He carried off my spirit, and I, Enoch, was in the heaven of heavens. There I saw, in the midst of that light, a structure built of crystals, and between those crystals tongues of living fire. And my spirit saw a ring which encircled the structure of fire. On its four sides were rivers full of living fire which encircled it. Moreover, seraphim, cherubim, and ophanim, the sleepless ones who guard the throne of his splendor, also encircled it. And I saw countless Malachim, 100,000 times 100,000, 10 million times 10 million, encircling that house. Michael, Raphael, Gabriel, Penuel, and numerous of the Kadesh Melachim that are in heaven above go in and out of that house. Michael, Raphael, Gabriel, Penuel, and numerous other Kadesh Melachim that are countless. With them is the antecedent of time. His head is white and pure like wool, and his garment is indescribable. I fell on my face, my whole body modified, and my spirit transformed. Then I cried with a great voice by the Spirit of power, blessing, magnifying, honoring, and extolling. And those are the blessings which went forth out of my mouth, being well-pleasing of that antecedent to time. Then the antecedent of time came with Michael, Gabriel, and Raphael, Penuel, and 100,000 times, and 100,000 and 10 million times 100,000 Malachim that are countless. Then a Malach came to me and greeted me and said to me, You, Son of Man, who art born of righteousness and upon whom righteousness is dwelt, the righteousness of the antecedent of time will not forsake you. He added and said to me, He shall proclaim shalom to you in the name of the world that is to become. For from here proceeds shalom since the creation of the world. And so it shall be unto you forever and ever and ever. Everyone that will come to exist and walk shall follow your path, since righteousness never forsakes you. Together with you shall be their dwelling places, and together with you shall be their portion. They shall not be separated from you forever and ever and ever. So there shall be length of days with the Son of Man, and shalom to the righteous ones. His path is upright for the righteous. In the name of Yahuwah of hosts, forever and ever.